Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another exciting edition of the Sports Report Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan, and I have with me a cast of thousands. Well, actually, it's just me, Seven Dan, and hopefully Andrew comes through. But we're still going to talk about the NFL. We're going to talk about the NBA, as we got my boy, Joel Embiid, 70 points tonight. Yeah, and it's on tape. So we can actually go back and reference this. Couldn't do it with Wood back in the day. But first, let me go ahead and bring everybody on. Let me bring in the man with the plan, the owner of Walmart and Trailer Parks. Let me bring my man, Dan. Dan, what's up?
Nothing special about 70, Will.
Shit,
70,
the hell you say
70's been done before.
The hell you say
Hell.
special?
No, it's very special. It's a very special occasion.
It is.
Outside of what? There's only
3?
Well, I mean, it'd be 3 total.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other dudes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who've ever done it. Kobe, Wilt, and
Joel.
That's it, right?
That's it.
So it's all been 60 games.
Yep.
So there hasn't been a 70 game. It's only been the 81, 69, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before this? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy.
70 in a minute. But we finally got it tonight.
I mean, he's so integral to that offense. Like that, you knew at one point. I mean, the guy's averaging 36 a game or something like stupid like that. So like you knew some one night they were just gonna every play he was gonna get the ball, and that must have been tonight. I mean, I haven't watched the highlights yet, but that must have been what happened. So
just sick,
craziness,
just craziness. And you know the man, the man is ultra talented. You can call him one of the best. Did this make him the best big in the league?
For sure. I think he was. I mean,
I think it was to begin with, though. I mean, I love Joker. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, you have to. Well, Joker almost doesn't even qualify. He is a big, obviously, but like Joker's like basically just like a point forward at this point. Like he's just like an all-around point forward. Like if you're just gonna go big guys who basically just play like the modern NBA big man, yeah. Joel Embiid is he's the tits for sure. Yeah. Just to be that large, and if nobody's ever watched him play before, like this guy is literally like he looks like he's kind of slow on the floor, but you have to understand he is 7'2", at least 300 pounds, and he's fadeaways, shoots fadeaways. Just is ultra for being that big. It's fucking freakish how talented he is. Yeah,
it's freaking amazing. All right, let me go ahead and go to the other part of the crew here. Let me head over to the man. I gotta introduce him right. The man who has forgotten more baseball than I will ever know. Let me move my man to my man Seven. What's up,
man? I'm getting more action tonight than the Red Sox are in the fucking trade market, and that's still none. Just to be clear, it's fucking none. Craig Breslow said they were going to do a bunch. I didn't realize the baseline for a bunch was going to be slightly more than the Oakland A's do. Like at this point, I'm so fucking lost. If we have to give Snell 9 years and $270 million, let's pull a Shohei and defer 75 million of it. I'm good.
There you go.
Okay, just go.
You know who's right along with them Red Sox? Them Lakers. They tried to get rid of D'Angelo this weekend. The Golden State Warriors said, hell no. The Atlanta Hawks said, hell no. That's terrible. And that's bad. When you look at D'Angelo, he's actually playing well. But the problem was they benched him for a second, and then they brought him off the bench to try to increase his trade value. But it was too late.
I love how that's like the maximum Lakers, like that's their trade target is like DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
It's like their trade target, like, ooh, really going for the stars, guys. Like, you really got to bring somebody in that changes the culture, like DeJounte Murray, because he's not like the quintessential fucking. At this point, he would be he would just be lost in LA because he would just be filling in. He'd be the ultimate fill-in guy at this point. There's no reason, like, unless you're gonna make a splash and go get, I don't know. Let's go get Giannis. Is Giannis available?
Dan?
Yeah.
You can check your mic, buddy.
What's wrong with it?
You sound like a robot.
Oh, that's on purpose. I have the robot voice on.
Oh, okay.
Not really. Yeah, I'll check it out. I don't. Yeah.
Why he's taking this microphone? Let me go ahead and bring my man, the man who shares the love for the first lady of this show.
Jesus Christ, we're on this again.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Don't get me wrong. I want to lick a little bit of jelly off of her butt cheeks. But
and she was streaming. I had to leave her stream tonight to do this show.
I appreciate your commitment to the show. Because if you were like, "Hey, bro, I need you to take over," I would have understood.
She is the first lady of this show, ladies and gentlemen. She don't even know it yet, and she's the first lady of this show. Oh,
you already just setting back the child support you're gonna have to pay for.
I'm just setting back the child support right now.
All right, just making sure you're prepared.
Oh my gosh. Plus the interest.
Plus interest.
Oh my gosh. Man. Let me bring in my man, the myth, the legend. Let me bring my man Ando in. Ando, what's up?
What up, boys? How we doing tonight?
What's going on,
man? Dan, I just wanted to correct you on that. Yes, Wilt and Kobe are the only two guys to score more than 70. Wilt had 78 and 73 for both the Warriors, Philadelphia Warriors and San Francisco Warriors. David Thompson had 73 for the Nuggets. Wilt then did 72 for the Warriors. Then Elgin Baylor, David Robinson.
Elgin Baylor did it.
Oh, yeah.
David Robinson, Donovan Mitchell, and
I remember David did
Damian Lillard.
And Donovan did it. Plus. Hey, and Donovan did it recently.
Yeah, no, that's why I was kind of like, dude, there's one of them that we're missing. So, dude, really?
Wait, and really? Dames wasn't too far along. Wasn't too far ago either. It was like 2 seasons ago or something like that.
2 or 3 seasons ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about those 3 guys.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I knew that there was somebody that just scored 70 because we made a big old deal about it. So, but yeah, dude, I got a lot to say about that Chiefs game. I got a lot to say about some of the Buffalo fans out there. Don't know if you guys heard this today, but Tyler Bass had to turn off all social media because of death threats he was getting.
For fuck's sake, again.
Bills fans, listen. As a fan of the Chiefs, we had to deal with this for 50 years. I get it. But to throw death threats out there for a player who missed a kick, you go out there and try and kick a kick in 10-mile-an-hour winds that are swirling in a stadium known for wind. And I don't want to hear you bitch.
These guys are still human freaks. Like
exactly, man. And
superhuman athletes.
It's
not
high.
Serious.
He kicked it high.
Fucking serious.
He kicked it high. It got caught in the wind. That's all it is.
Hold on. Bills fans, are we fucking serious right now? Josh Allen has a slightly better chance of winning a game in overtime than I have of getting Anna Kendrick to give me a fucking hug. Are you gonna fucking bitch about Tyler Bass? Let's talk about Stephon Diggs dropping a fucking gift basket.
We also got to talk about
in the red zone.
Who's the other guy? There was another drop that they had on that other drive because he threw right on first down and the dude had it and it hit the ground. Dude, the problem.
What about the Bills' fucking defense?
Dude, the problem that I have with these Chiefs and Bills games is that they always come down to the wire, right?
I will say this to combat 7, what you just said. Remember, their linebackers were hurt. They were playing with 3 reserve linebackers in that game.
But that's my point. You cannot put this loss on Tyler Bass.
No,
it's like blaming a loss on one fucking penalty. Right. How many fucking missed opportunities did Buffalo have?
And you didn't know if they were still going to win the game in overtime. You didn't know.
Exactly. And they got 2 turnovers from Kansas City and still lost that game by 3.
Yep.
You can't fucking tell me that game loss is on Tyler fucking Bass. That's bullshit.
The problem with these games, and don't get me wrong, I love the rivalry with Buffalo. I love the rivalry between Allen and Mahomes. But the fact that these games are always decided by one score is you can't, and Patrick said it best when the Chiefs lost to the Bills in December. When a game is that close, you can't pick one instance because you can do that with every missed opportunity in the game. Sure,
exactly.
100%. You can blame it on Tyler Bass, But you're absolutely right. Had Stephon Diggs caught that ball and ran it into the end zone, now Kansas City has to play for the win.
Even if he doesn't run it into the end zone, even if he catches it and he's on the ground, they're still inside the 20. They can at least get a field goal out of that and give Tyler Bass another shot.
Had
That's
Kansas
just
City,
off of that play.
Had Kansas City not played conservative at their 3 opportunities being up by 3, had Kansas City not played conservative and they'd lost the ball, you could look at any of those opportunities there. Josh Allen had a lot of missed throws in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hold on. Let's talk about Josh Allen for a second, because there was something that the announcers called out last night in the game that I have not heard anybody talk about today while still trying to defend Josh Allen as the man. Now, I am not going to say that Josh Allen is not a talented quarterback, but let's look at how the Bills played last night and how Josh Allen threw. Josh Allen has one of the best arms in football, and I'm on record saying that as a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Oh, yeah.
But Josh Allen played completely fucking safe last night. He took 0 fucking risks.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot beat Patrick Mahomes without taking risks.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And I'm saying that because you look at that. Josh Allen played a hell of a game last night, and he played a very safe game. He did not have any of the characteristic red zone turnovers.
Yep, he played within himself last night.
He played within himself last night, but he did not take any risks. When you're going to beat an elite team, even as broken and beaten up as the Kansas City Chiefs are, obviously they are an elite team. They have not stumbled into the playoffs. They have won their way into the playoffs.
Agreed.
If you are going to beat an elite team, you have to take risks. Ask Dan Campbell about game 1 and the risks that they took in the first week against Kansas City when they showed up on the scene and everybody realized that Detroit was not going to be fucked with this year.
So let me ask you a question. And I'm glad you brought that up, because now you guys have to play the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
You're playing against the ultimate risk taker.
Yep. We're going to get our asses kicked on Sunday. I want to be clear about that.
I don't believe so.
No, and
look, so
here's the thing.
Yes, Lamar Jackson is a very athletic quarterback, but I think what we did, and Allen ran over our defense, and I think if there's anything that Baltimore can do to keep us on our toes and keep us basically, like, I don't want to say knocked out, but you know how in a fight when a boxer gets dazed and he's if Lamar runs our defense the way that Josh Allen ran over our defense, then yeah, we're screwed. I think Kansas City, their entire defensive premise is 1 or 2 spies on Lamar, force Lamar to beat him through the air. If I am Andy Reid, you do not let Lamar Jackson beat you with the feet. You do not.
Here's the problem, though.
Kansas City can't stop
He's getting Mark Andrews back.
Yep.
Plus, who lets Lamar Jackson beat him?
He's in sync with the rest of his offense, and Mark Andrews is coming back, so he doesn't have to rely on Mark Andrews. And the great thing the thing that's going to be great about that defense, or great about that situation, is Mark Andrews' presence will demand extra attention on Mark Andrews.
Yep.
That is going to free up another receiver.
Yep.
Probably in the middle.
Or likely.
And let's also remember from the defensive front, they're a lot better than what Buffalo is. And they're a lot healthier than what Buffalo was in that
Absolutely.
game. So, I'm just saying. This is going to be a game.
And I understand why everybody's picking against the Chiefs, and I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I want the Chiefs to win.
Oh, absolutely.
But I do not think Kansas City wins this game objectively.
Dan, what you thinking, man?
On the Chiefs Ravens?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was distracted by I'm going to kill your bass. I was just sitting Tyler Bass. It had a pun in there though, so it was like a funny one, you know. Like I still want to kill him, but like I was like, you're bass.
If you would have said I'm going to kick your bass, I might, the word kill isn't in
It was
there.
a legitimate death threat. I wanted to make it because I take it that serious. I take sports that seriously that I have to do that kind of stuff.
Poor fucking kid.
That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. Like what? Who who are these people? That's my question. Like, who are these people that would
be angry? You would be angry about a lot of things if you had to live in the shithole that is Buffalo, New York.
You would.
So,
you really would.
Like, I mean, think about trying to be a cop looking for cocaine in that city. All those white people can't find any of the cocaine 9 months out of the year because there's fucking snow on the ground.
It just smells like.
All you got to do is just set it right there, and it's just like, you know what? And I'd bet the cold probably keeps the cocaine fresher. Like, I'd be interested. We should ask.
You ain't got to worry about keeping it in the freezer because you got it outside.
Exactly.
What if it snows crack cocaine in Buffalo, New York?
Everybody's getting high as hell.
But
why do you think that town is always hopped up, dude? Oh shit! The cops are here. Put it outside.
It smells like blue cheese and sadness.
It really the Buffalo fan base frustrates me. Because you've got some really good people. Bills Mafia has some legitimately. Bills Mafia has some really good people, but the bottom end of the spectrum for their fan base, is just fucking horrible. Throwing snowballs and shit at the players on the field. Go fuck yourself.
People who base too much of their personality on their sports team and what their favorite sports team is.
Yep.
Are usually idiots. Okay.
Usually,
and no offense. B.
Damn. Oh God.
No, but like, no, for real though. Like people who base their entire that's like the first thing they tell you about themselves is like, oh yeah, I'm a Chiefs fan. It's like weird. Like there's got to be more interesting things about you. Like that's just like a part of your personality. It shouldn't be like your whole personality. Like like the KC Wolf guy that got that robbed the bank or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he dressed like the KC Wolf guy when he robbed the bank. Like. What in the fuck are you doing, man?
And his defense was the times I robbed banks, I wasn't wearing that mask.
Lovely.
That was fucking great.
Going back to the Bills and the Chiefs, man. I think what hurts it, and I said it to my sister and my brother while the kick was being missed. All I said was, man, not like this. Like if had the Bills made that kick and we would have won the game on like a game-winning field goal, I'd have been cool with that. But it's the fact Buffalo is the only team that went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost.
Yep.
Buffalo.
And how they lose?
Wide right.
Wide right.
Mm-hmm.
Wide right. And as soon as that kick started drifting, I was like, not like this. And my sister's hooping and hollering. She's like, Brandon, what's wrong? I'm like, you don't say wide right to a Bills fan without triggering every 20-plus-year-old who is a Bills fan. Because you're opening up that wound. Let me get the salt, and you're going to pour it right in. It's
just like if you walk to a nursing home. I think
it would have hurt less had Josh Allen thrown the interception. And I know, coming from a person who is a fan of Josh Allen, I think Bills fans would have hurt less when everything is said and done, only because you're reopening all those wounds. Like, hey, cool, we got the quarterback. We don't have to worry about our kicking game. Our kicker just missed.
I mean, the damage of saying wide right in Buffalo is like if you were to walk into a retirement home in Boston and say Buckner, like half of that retirement home is going to flatline.
Or
just from like the spike and the stress.
Yep. Or walking into
accept that it wasn't Buckner's fault. I'm just going to.
Or walking into a Dallas Cowboys nursing home and saying the catch.
Yeah.
Wait, there's Dallas Cowboys nursing homes?
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's called Jerry Jones's Ranch.
But
I did want to pivot for a second, because we talk about the Chiefs and the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about a little bit about Green Bay and the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
We all knew what was going to happen.
I mean,
that game was a hell of a lot closer than like 90% of America thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
For Green Bay to be ahead most of that game, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting it.
8-7.
I didn't expect more than like a 10-point lead for either one of the teams. But for Green Bay to be leading that game and then be like, there's the end zone.
That's
7. I got a question. Is Jordan Love black?
I mean, I think he's got to be biracial because that last throw was awfully fucking Dan Orlovsky.
While I know we were just talking about Embiid. Karl Anthony Towns just put up 62 against the Hornets to break his own single-game record in Timberwolves history.
Oh,
damn.
Night of the big man.
On, Cat. Your soft ass. But go on, Cat. He's soft as cotton tissue. But go on, Cat. Do your thing.
Cat plays shooting guard, right, Will?
Hell no.
I'm
No,
kidding.
Carl Anthony. Oh, okay, all right.
He
I
wishes.
thought you were talking about
Ando.
He wants to
No,
be.
just count the down, please.
He wants to be.
Just checking. My bad. My bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
I don't
he
get
literally,
Cat's game. I don't get Cat's game. He don't do nothing on it.
He plays more of a flopping guard. He's more of a
Yeah. Flopping guard.
He's the Floposaurus in Minnesota.
Oh man. No, so here's like with the 49ers Packers game. Shanahan did something he hadn't done yet. He came from behind in the fourth quarter.
Oh shit, you're right.
He was 0-31 when behind in the fourth quarter.
with
That's a pretty that speaks to him developing, because look at this. We have already allowed Shanahan to move on from 28-3. We have allowed Shanahan to move on from blowing a 10-point lead with 8 minutes left in the Super Bowl against Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Shanahan just did something that he hadn't done yet and won in the fourth quarter when he was down.
Yep.
We saw that Jordan Love is the fucking truth.
Yep.
But we also saw that he still needs to grow.
Oh yeah, he's young.
He pulled a perfect 5 though. At the end of that game, he pulled a perfect 5.
It's
interception.
It is definitely storybook Green Bay for how that game ended.
Why is he throwing that football across his body like that?
Because Patrick Mahomes can get away with it, but it's because Patrick Mahomes is accurate when he does it. Patrick Mahomes practices doing that. Yeah. Jordan Love does it when he needs to. There's a difference. You can still be accurate with it in a pinch, but Patrick Mahomes is accurate with it because he practices it. He and Travis Kelce and probably now Rashee Rice and Pacheco stay after practice and work on the things that he wants to happen when he's scrambling.
Yep.
Just so that they are ready to go. I guarantee you Jordan Love doesn't do that yet, but I'd be willing to bet you money it's going to start happening.
Well, a couple of things. Jordan Love doesn't have the arm strength that Patrick Mahomes has, for one. To do that.
Also true.
To do that, because that's, I mean, obviously that's world class. Like, Patrick Mahomes is world class. Nobody else has ever been able to do that on a regular basis and get away with it. That's just not a normal thing. Because Patrick Mahomes isn't normal. He's not. Six straight AFC title games is fucking ridiculous. But the other thing I was going to say is, how lucky have Packers? So we're talking about the unlucky fans in the Buffalo Bills. How lucky are you, if you're a Packers fan, that you now have 3 straight, what seems to be legitimate starting quarterbacks? You haven't even had to have a transition year. There hasn't even been like somebody who comes in like, oh, he was kind of shitty for a second. It's like, nope, you guys just get a good quarterback all the time. You guys always have a good quarterback? Is that really what's going on here? Because shouldn't be hard to be a Packers fan.
But how many? So you're right. 3 or 4 straight good quarterbacks, right? 3.
They all play for
Favre, Rodgers, and now Love.
Favre, Rodgers, and now Love. But they have, from those first 2 really good quarterbacks, despite how really good they were, there's only 2 Super Bowls out of that.
3. There's 3.
No, they went to 3, but they only
won 2.
5-1-1. 5-1-1.
He only got
Favre went to 2. 5-1 Super Bowl 31 against Patriots, 35-21. Lost to the Broncos and John Elway Super Bowl.
Brett Favre has 1 career Super Bowl.
What's that?
Brett Favre has 1 career Super Bowl. Is that what it is?
Yep, that's it. Just the one. He's been to 2.
Only got one ring.
Yeah.
All right. So 2.
He went to 2. He went to 2 NFC Championship games with the Packers, and then went to a 3rd with the Vikings, but through the interception.
Have that or be a Buffalo Bills fan?
Yeah, and that's the question. Is that was what I was going to ask, because you've got Packers. 2 Super Bowl wins in this time span, but you had above average quarterback play the whole time. Or would you go with the Bills, where you've got all of this fluctuation, but you don't have?
Definitely Packers.
Yeah, I would say Packers.
Yeah,
definitely Packers.
It's been pretty good to be a Packers fan for the last fucking 20 years.
You would want to be a Patriots fan the last 20 years if you're really.
You know who it's going to be this year? You know what it's going to be this year? How about those Lion fans, man? First time in 32 years, they're going to the NFC Championship game.
How did
and they're talking Debo, and they're up here talking about Debo might not play.
Well, his shoulder is not that fractured. They confirmed that this morning, but I don't think he plays. If he plays, he's got to be on a snap count. That was a hell of a hit.
If I'm the 49ers, if I'm the 49ers, keep him off the field. Your team should be good enough to beat the Lions without Debo.
They didn't have Debo for most of that game. They actually broke. They got ahead without Debo.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
if,
I'm still going Lions, though. I'm still going Lions to go to
I
the Super
want
Bowl.
the Lions to win, but I think this is the 49ers game.
Yeah, I think it's the 49ers.
Plus, you have NFL ownership and management on your side if you're the 49ers.
I think though, but I think the Lions can make it interesting if they get their running game going.
Absolutely.
I think they can make it. I think they can make it interesting, but overall, I think it's the 49ers game.
I don't think it's Goff that beats the 49ers. I think if the closer that this game is towards the end of the game, the less likely the Lions have a shot to win because you're going to want to throw the ball. And the Lions are better when Goff is managing, not having to win the game himself.
Yeah.
They need to get out. Honestly, this is one of those times where you get the ball early, you strike first, you strike quick, and then you make them play from at least behind or even for the rest of the game, and just try to get stops where you can.
Yep.
That because if go ahead.
I think if the 49ers are down by more than 2 scores going into the fourth quarter, the Lions take it because
obviously.
I think that, so the Packers running game revolves around Aaron Jones. That's it. Whereas the Lions, they can switch between Montgomery and Gibbs. So one guy may not run well on first and second down. Hey, Goff gets enough for the first. You're going to switch it to Gibbs, and that's an entirely different horse that you're running on. So where the 49ers late in the game was able to keep Jones, and now the Packers don't have that change of pace back that the Lions do. The Lions will be able to go, hey, cool. Montgomery isn't working. Let's try out Gibbs and see what happens. So I think with Campbell, the way that he's built the team up this year, I think if they're down, they got a chance. I think if they're up, it's theirs. They're going to take it.
Tony, can I make a crazy prediction about the game too?
Okay.
If the Lions if the Niners have 500 yards of total offense, the Lions are probably in trouble. Okay. Also, if the Niners allow less than 60 yards of offense, they're probably in trouble. Right. And then how many other ones are there? Hang on. No.
If Brock Purdy throws 9 interceptions, the Niners are probably in trouble.
Probably in trouble.
Fine. You know what, Dan? Dan, I get what you're saying.
If the Lions are down 36 going into the fourth, they might not come back and win it.
Do you want me to pull my best Burger McFarlane impression? Is that what we're doing here? I'll do it.
For the love of God, no. I don't want to cancel. No.
I get it, Dan.
But I just think when the offense came out flat last game against Green Bay, particularly in the first half. I think you see Kyle Shanahan make some adjustments with that to get on top of the Lions early. And you talked about the strength of their running game. Look, the 49ers can do the same thing. If Christian McCaffrey gets hurt or you want to spell him a breather, bring a different type of run, you got Eli Mitchell that you can do that with. If you want to, if you want to throw it to your tight end, you got Kittle. Kittle's right there. Kittle's a warrior, and if you have to have that tough, and if you have to have that tough yard, Brandon Ayuk gonna have to step it up.
Yep.
So they got the same time, and then that defense. That
loaded.
If that defense, if that defense gets his ears pinned behind, and they can just go after Goff.
I forgot they had Chase Young.
That thing,
I forgot. I was like, oh god, that guy's out there.
That thing done.
He looks like a fucking battle bot.
That defense is sick. That defense is sick. You got two of the best defenses in the playoffs right now with the Ravens and the 49ers.
Yeah. There's human beings that exist.
I honestly think that, and for me, I'm taking the 49ers D over the Ravens D. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting the Ravens D. But out of those two, I think the 49ers have the better defense.
Scheme-wise, I think the Ravens scheme-wise, I think is the only way the Ravens are better. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Their system has always worked better. Like who's running the defense in fucking it's Harbaugh, right? I mean, mostly like that's who he's running the defense. Mostly, yeah, that's what I thought. Like for the last, as an overview for the last like 10 years or whatever, he's been there. Like he's been running that defense kind of the whole time. So like you got to give credit to Harbaugh. Dude,
he's had his fingers in the pie for 16 years.
Fuck yeah, dude, that guy's a fucking stud, man. Like no shit, he has a fucking job.
And all that talent and all that talent's on that 49ers defense.
Right.
That entire 49ers roster is like if somebody's playing Madden with the salary cap off. That's how much good that roster is.
And trade fairness off.
Yeah.
Trade fairness.
It's
6th-round pick for Chase Young. Check.
Well,
Where you're trying to, you're like trying to give them a little bit for it because you feel bad. You're like, oh
yeah.
6th, I feel like they might take a 6th. They'll take a 6th in real life,
Take
right?
a 6 for him. Yeah, they'll do it.
No, they
Yeah,
wouldn't.
they'll do
No,
it.
they
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Whoa, don't trade the 5th. We need the 5th-round pick. Give me the
we
5th.
got,
Because we're gonna simulate the draft and then unsave it and come back and look at the guys. You go look at the guys after they're done, right? And then you go draft due to their ratings after the draft. That's another little cheat thing you can do on the Madden there.
I hate Madden Ultimate Team. Just saying. Madden was so much better than in the early 90s when you can just put a team together. I had to worry about that.
That's the thing. I don't spend money on Madden anymore because I just wait until
it's a roster update. At the end of the day, it's just a roster update. That's all it is.
Once the game's basically once the season's over, within a couple of months after that, it's in Game Pass, it's in EA Play. I'll go play the game then. All the updates are done. I'm not playing that fucking Madden Ultimate Team.
Can your board get NBA?
That's why I'm still playing Madden 23.
Can your board get NBA Live 95? That's what I want to go back and play.
Right. Amen, dude.
Go back and play NBA
Slammers
Live
and
95.
jammers. Let's go.
I want NBA Street and NFL Street and NFL Blitz games to come back out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Speaking of games,
those were fucking fun.
Can your board get a new NBA Jam?
NBA Jam was another good one.
They make arcade ups. Have you seen those?
Mm-mm.
So the arcade up machines are literally they're like little arcades. Okay, they're like half cabinets. And they make new Blitz games? Like there's like a revamped Blitz game. There's NBA Jam and all that shit, but it's like with the buttons still, like on the thing, like the joystick.
Yeah, they had them for.
They're awesome.
Street Fighter. Walmart used to sell them. They used to sell the arcade ups.
They're like $200.
The ones here still sell them.
Yeah, like $200.
Ours do not.
Well, because you suck, dude. It's because you don't have me in the management position at fucking Walmart. There, you would make sure those were on the shelves. All right, on the shelves. You would make sure they're coming off the truck and they're going out into my car. All right, because that's you're running like I run it. Stuff falls off the truck once in a while. You know what I mean?
There you go. There you go.
Sometimes things just break. You know.
In the business we call it leakage.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a broken arcade cabinet in a shitty looking box. No, the box means that the thing's broken, not scratched at all. No.
There you go. All right, let me ask you guys a question. We talked about the winners of these games. Let's talk about the losers. What do you do if you're a Green Bay or a Buffalo Bills fan? What do you do?
Green Bay, they're going to develop. Honestly, if you're a Green Bay fan, just shut the fuck up. You're in a pretty good position. You can go fuck yourself.
How's it been the last 25 years?
Yeah.
Been all right?
If you're Buffalo, I think it's time for Sean McDermott to go.
It might be.
It's respectfully, I have a lot of respect for Sean McDermott and his talent, but this is 3 in the last 4 years. The same fucking thing has happened.
How about the fake punt?
Like I didn't understand that. I didn't get that. Why?
Hey, to DeMar Hamlin, and I'm not even going to make a joke about it.
No,
why?
I'm not going to do it.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It don't make no sense.
They should have kept it. Look, they should have kept Allen on that. If you're going to go for it, you should have kept Allen on the offense.
It was dead from the beginning.
It was dead from jump. That was stupid.
Yep. The only reason
fucking obvious. I was watching the play and I went, they're going to fucking fake it.
Yep. Oh, because the Chiefs had 10 guys. Oh, because the Chiefs had 10 guys on the field on that play.
And that's the thing. And this is why it comes down to Sean McDermott. Not only was that fake punt a horrible idea, but they fucking failed, and Kansas City had 10 players on the field.
Yeah.
They also tried to do it to DeMar Hamlin. Everyone saw that, right?
Yeah.
So that was a thing. That was the thing I think that was set up literally. I think that was like a thing.
You can fire Sean McDermott, and I guarantee you it won't take much ball fondling to get Bill fucking Belichick into your doors.
Bill Belichick.
You think he wants to try and fix Devin fucking Ritter?
He won't coach in Buffalo.
No.
He's not going to go to Atlanta either.
No.
I think he's going to go to the Chargers for sure.
Yeah.
I still think he's going to go.
I like Harbaugh better with the Chargers.
If you're Buffalo, if you move on from McDermott, you could try to lure Bill in with a good package, because right now you're the second best roster that's available outside of the Chargers.
Bill's already got a great package. Have you seen that video of him?
No,
that chick was like 28. All right, Bill's clearly putting it down at 75 or whatever the fuck he is.
She was just there for company, Dan. You need to stop judging him. Bill doesn't.
I'm not judging him at all. I am fucking Bill. Live your life, brother. Like, holy shit.
7, is he judging or admiring?
I'm absolutely admiring.
A little bit of both.
I'm absolutely like. If I'm 75 banging 28-year-olds, you guys better be on here high-fiving me every day, like literally calling me and being like, what, dude? Yeah, check. What?
Actually, that's probably exactly what I would do. Is if
absolutely. So absolutely.
And I just quietly get your license plate to send to all of the local schools to keep everybody safe.
I was going to say that. well, the thing is, only if you're famous. Only if you're famous, it's okay. Only if you're famous.
Oh shit.
So 7, you would say
only if you're famous.
7, you would say fire McDermott.
I honestly, because what other choice? And this is a legitimate question. What other choice does Buffalo have at this point? What else can they do? Because your two choices are trade Allen and get a different quarterback in there.
You're not doing that.
And you're not trading Josh Allen. So option number 2 is it's time to start replacing coaches. And they've already been trying to replace under Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
They've already replaced their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator in the last couple of years.
True.
Yeah.
So guess what? It's Sean McDermott's turn.
Can I ask what you think? Which of the teams that lost this weekend are in the worst position? I think we all can agree that it's not Green Bay. Green Bay is in a position to grow.
Buffalo.
You think Buffalo's in the worst position?
Buffalo. Because when you go back and look at the Texans, there's nothing but hope with the Texans. Same thing, Green Bay, nothing but hope.
Yeah. And you can say that about Tampa Bay if Tampa Bay can keep Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans together.
I'm gonna tell you,
I think Tampa Bay is going to make a run next year.
I'm gonna tell you, you're going to pay Baker now, though. You got to pay the man.
They have to, and he has absolutely fucking earned it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to pay the man now. You just can't give you.
I know Baker Mayfield is not going to put up Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes numbers. That was
but
never.
He doesn't have to if he keeps playing the way that he did this year.
Exactly.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield paid his ass off this year, and he deserves to get some money. I'm not saying he gets Dak Prescott money, but Dak Prescott doesn't deserve Dak Prescott money. So there's that.
7, by the way, Josh Allen would be like non-Catholic Philip Rivers for one, and then or he'd be like country John Elway, like
country John Elway,
like redneck John Elway.
I could go with John Elway. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah,
I'll go with John Elway.
Redneck John Elway. Yeah, like John Elway with a little bit of humility.
Isn't Josh Allen dating Haley Steinfeld right now?
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
But that's what I heard.
Haley Steinfeld, she was in Bumblebee, she was in Hawkeye TV show. She's the female lead.
That's a lucky dude.
I think she is.
She was in Perfect 2 and 3, as well.
Oh, okay.
That's a lucky dude, boy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She's a baddie.
And she's a singer too.
Biracial angel.
I mean, just beautiful voice. Like, I just want to see her butthole wink at me one time. Like, that would be just one time. I don't know. A video.
I don't know if she's as cute as Princess Diana, but she's up there.
Meghan Markle's hotter than Princess Diana.
No, Princess Diana.
Oh, no. So I thought we were talking royals for a second. I was like, what the fuck? Where did this go?
Just stick with it, 7. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Much like Princess Diana, that story really crashed and burned.
Oh.
Hate to tunnel it to you there, but
oh god.
I was gonna make a tunnel joke about I wish I got caught in that tunnel, but nah, that's all right.
Her tunnels.
Yeah. But
I'm a royal fucking person. Be respectful.
I have her beanie baby.
Beanie baby.
What the fuck? There's a Princess Diana.
Fuck yeah, there's a purple one. It's worth a bunch of money. You guys ever heard about the purple Princess Diana beanie baby?
I did not know. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, I got the case and everything.
Oh, I want to see a picture of this. Send it to me.
Oh, it's I will. It's just purple. It's like a purple bear. It's like the most generic. But it's got a little rose thing right here, and apparently it's like a special one because they didn't make that many of them. So,
all right. Well, I'm gonna ask you, who's going to the Super Bowl?
Baltimore 49ers.
7.
I hope it's the Lions and the Chiefs, but I think it's Baltimore and the 49ers.
I'm gonna say Kansas. I'm gonna say Kansas City because I don't think the whole if they did the fucking Baltimore and 49ers in the Super Bowl shit like that, I'm actually going to be kind of disappointed. I'd be like, oh fuck, they really are fucking.
I will be disappointed.
I think at this point the NFL has to make the Baltimore Ravens lose that game against
They
Kansas
have to
City.
make it go away.
So that the
There's too much.
goes
There's too much stuff.
Here's
Like,
the
they
two
let too
things
much
that
out.
I'm kind of. Here's two things that I'm questioning. Right, everybody is predicting Baltimore and San Francisco because they are the color of the Super Bowl logo this year because it's red and purple. You could have made the argument had Tampa Bay beaten Detroit.
True.
That Tampa Bay and Baltimore could have been, and that would have been an interesting story. Baker Mayfield beating Baltimore in the Super Bowl, I think, would have been cool.
True.
But
that wouldn't happen. Baltimore winning.
Oh God, no! Baltimore would destroy unless it's like the curse of Baker Mayfield playing Baltimore. And Baker always played Baltimore really well for whatever reason.
No. I mean, it's not impossible, but on a regular,
highly improbable. Yeah. But no, I did see somebody posting around that Reba McEntire, Usher, and Post Malone are all singing at the Super Bowl, and then
Usher's halftime show.
You saw that, yeah. And then it said underneath February 11th when the Baltimore Ravens take on the San Francisco 49ers. Right. And this was done before Wild Card Weekend, which is like, come on.
Dude, I saw multiples of that. I think of that stuff. Some of it might be fake.
There's so many people writing on that now that it's hard to tell which of those things are fucking real and which of them are fake because of this fucking logo theory. Yeah, and I just want the games to happen next week so that we can confirm or deny which one is it.
I'm gonna go opposite then. I'm gonna go opposite.
Dude, I'm okay with Lions and Chiefs.
That would be fucking great.
That would be
if
a great
Baltimore goes.
No, it wouldn't. No, y'all just want Lions versus Chiefs so the Chiefs can get an easy win.
That's all y'all want.
Dude, hold on.
That's all y'all want. Come on now.
That is not an easy win, bro.
Y'all know good and well.
Dude,
y'all know good and well. When Kansas City, it takes a defense cannot stop Patrick Mahomes. That defense cannot stop Patrick Mahomes.
They did in week 1.
But now look at the team now. Look at the team. Kansas City is on all
worse than they were in week 1.
But look at Kansas City. They're on all cylinders. They're not out there dropping passes anymore. You see your boy. You see they sent your boy Kendrick, Kadarius Toney back to the outhouse.
I mean, Nico Hardman played so bad yesterday that Kadarius Toney might suddenly be feeling better this week. I think we're going to see what happens with that.
But I'm just saying, y'all don't, man, come on, man.
I gotta say, the reason I like Kansas City and Detroit is I want the season to start the way, or I want the season to end the way that it started. I think there's just that. It would be, right? And Houston can make the same argument that their season started in Baltimore and then they lost in Baltimore, which sucks. But I mean, there's just something poetic about that opening the season against the same team that you played. It's just for this one, it'd be all the marbles. Kansas City is a different team than they played in the first
That's
week.
the reason why y'all say that. Because
I don't think it would be an easy win.
I have
a lot of respect for Detroit.
Dude,
that is a fucking team.
Seven, tell me if I'm wrong, but this 21 to 20 score that happened in opening weekend would probably be the score to end the game.
Yeah, this would be another.
I really think so.
I think so.
Yeah,
maybe 27, 28, 27, 24. But dude, Detroit.
I'm taking the under in that game 100% of the time. Unless the lines are like 40, I'm taking the under.
Yeah.
But I don't think we see it. I really don't.
I don't. I would love to see it. My heart would be very happy if it did.
Absolutely. And then if it is Detroit and Kansas City, if Kansas City wins, cool. Yay, our fan base wins another Super Bowl. If not, there's fucking history in the making. Detroit just won a fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm good with whoever wins that game. I have.
That's off to Dan fucking Campbell winning that Super Bowl, man. Way to go. Way to bite those fucking kneecaps.
Can I say this though? If Baltimore gets there and they win it, does Lamar not make history too? I mean, he'll be probably one of the few to win a Super Bowl, to win the Super Bowl and win the MVP because he's still.
Mahomes just did that last year, bro.
He's gonna win the MVP. That's why I say one of the very few. That's why I say one of the very few. But he'd be one of the very few to do it. So that's still making history in the making. And I would like to say, finally, the NFL. Exactly. Finally.
Did you say black quarterback? Because I was thinking it.
Yeah. Yes. Finally.
You would be.
Finally. Because if you go back and look at it.
Seriously.
If y'all go back and look at it, go look at how black quarterbacks were viewed or looked upon before recently.
Yeah.
Before. You go back and look at Michael Vick. They gave Michael Vick, Algie Crumpler, and Brian Finneran. That's it.
Yeah.
And then they started running the football
you can make
with
the argument
Warwick
that
Dunn
Atlanta had Warwick
and so
Dunn.
forth. And then they start running the football with Warwick Dunn and the rest of the crew. But for the longest time, it was Algie Comforter and Brian Finneran. That's it. And run the football. Didn't give you no defense, no nothing. But now you're starting to see that they're building around these guys. CJ Stroud, perfect example. Jordan Love, perfect example. Lamar Jackson, perfect example.
Jordan Love is black, by the way, Seven. Just so you know, Jordan Love is black.
We're getting into a weird spot there though, because Patrick Mahomes is half black.
He is.
Okay, so is CJ Stroud. So is CJ Stroud, and so is Jordan Love. They're both half black. So like it's just
Jordan
weird.
Love's black?
Yeah. He's
okay.
Yeah, so Arthur Smith is white though, right? Don't get the two mixed up, bro.
Yes.
I
still don't get why Arthur's black guy's name. Is that like
I honestly
you just thought he was black. It does sound like the Smith part kind of makes it sound black.
Chat about died, man. When someone said that in chat about died.
I thought he was black because it's Atlanta, and you're not safe in Atlanta unless you're black.
Funny. That's
well,
funny.
shit, their last coach before Arthur Smith was Mike Smith, another white guy.
Yeah.
Like the dude had platinum white hair. He was so white.
Listen. It's the Falcons. Nobody gives a fuck.
Especially Will. Fuck the Falcons.
Except for Erica.
I'm sorry, but Erica ain't here, so sorry.
She's not
sorry,
ready to
not
defend her
sorry.
opinion, so it doesn't matter.
She ain't here.
I mean, it would be the first legitimate black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Doug Williams did it, and they made a big deal out of it. Then what? I mean, Packers, Broncos. Ben Roethlisberger was quarterback of the Steelers, so no.
It would be the legitimate first black
It'd be the
quarterback,
first African American quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
To take a team from the beginning of the season to the end of the season and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like I said, I mean, I just
crazy if you think.
If you go back and look at everybody, and I haven't even mentioned Anthony Richardson and old boy from Carolina.
Yeah,
if they can get a team up, if they can get him up and going to Carolina,
if David Kemper would get his head out of his ass, sure.
So he might be able to do some good things. But I'm telling you now you're finally seeing how they should have been treated back then.
If NFL owners and front offices hadn't decided to denigrate the intelligence of the black man and utilize them as just pieces of force and not the amazing performers that they are, we would have seen this much sooner, but they weren't allowed to develop that.
See, Tony, I have an outlook on this a little bit different, and honestly, I think it's a lot about the athleticism of other positions. Okay, so a lot of black dudes just don't play quarterback because there's other positions that require more athleticism from a very young age. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of the white dudes get literally put into the quarterback position because the black dudes are playing the more athletic positions. So like that was a lot of it, honestly. So like actually the black dudes being athletic was actually counting against them being quarterbacks because it was like you don't have to be explosive, athletic, fast, jump high to play quarterback, obviously, right?
Right.
Correct. Tom Brady. You would much rather have your speedy guy on the end throw it. Yeah. I mean, if you're quarterback, you would throw it 40 yards. Yeah.
Right. Or you rather have them at receiver. You rather have them at running back.
Exactly.
You got enough size at tight end. Like
that's a lot of it. That's a lot of it.
I mean, I can see where Dan's coming from. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that could have very well been some of it, but there's also documentation that NFL owners and front offices were questioning the
I'm not saying that's not happening.
And you had very few black quarterbacks that were able to put that theory to bed, because the only two you really had doing it, Warren Moon.
Sure.
Randall Cunningham
back in the day.
Well, Dante Culpepper.
I was going to say Dante Culpepper, but I couldn't remember, and I've already gotten 2 wrong this year, so I want to.
Well, okay. So the knock that I have with Dante Culpepper is he reminded me a lot of Ben Roethlisberger without the accuracy, because Ben Roethlisberger could swing the ball down the field, and so could. Yeah, but I mean, once Dante lost.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, Dante's a big dude. He was a big dude.
He was.
But as soon as he lost Randy Moss, like all of his credibility went out the window, because he had nobody else to throw it to, and all he did was, my receiver's down there somewhere. Oh, why is it all blue jerseys down there and we're wearing white? So.
And let me tell you about the most important stat about Ben Roethlisberger. he is a rapist, and that is a fact
Yep.
that we should not ever ignore.
As a rapist,
Ben
Oh, dude, I
raped women.
totally, yep.
He did.
Oh, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started because Malika Andrews never brings him up. And anyway, let me go about my business.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go about my business.
She's a Steelers fan.
She's what?
She's a Steelers fan.
Yeah, she got to be because she never brings that up, but she brings up about every brother she comes up that comes in her way. Every brother got something to say. She got something to say. That's why I don't like her, and that's why I got a problem with Stephen A. Smith because look,
he does the same fucking thing.
You know what she is. You know what she doing. Why are you caping for?
She's why you goddamn Uncle Tom, Will.
I'm saying
because
goddamn Uncle Tom.
And honestly, I think because Stephen A. Smith does the same thing. He will come down much harder on a black athlete than a white athlete. I've seen him do it.
He would.
But here, I think the reason that he doesn't say anything about Malika Andrews doing it is because if ESPN pulls her, it's going to be a white chick that goes in her place.
Facts.
And he knows it. He's not stupid. He knows the business. He knows what ESPN will fucking do.
He knows.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, but that's exactly what ESPN would do.
To me, you shouldn't have never got rid of Rachel Nichols.
Agreed. Absolutely.
They absolutely should not have gotten rid of Rachel Nichols.
Nope.
Not only was she good at her job, she was easy on the ice too.
No, not only was she good at the job, but she also developed a relationship with the league.
Yep.
Yes.
She was cute.
She had
players, and during that whole debacle, she had players going to bat for her.
And you are aware that a requirement, and this is not just me saying it and saying it's right, but a requirement of being any female on any sports show is that you better be easy on the eyes. That's the number one off the bat. So that's kind of fucked up in the first place. But that is part of the deep. That's part of the deep.
Lizzo will never host Sports Center.
No, never. I don't think she should. But let's think of you fucking Snorlax looking bitch.
Who?
Lizzo. Sorry, I cannot believe I just said that with my mouth.
Did it feel good?
I choose you. I call it Lizzo.
But let's be honest about that. Now there are some odd looking dudes as far as the male side of sports talk.
This is true.
But none of them are fucking ugly.
I would call Skip Bayless ugly as hell.
No homo.
Who?
Skip Bayless is ugly as hell, dude.
You
could not lock me in a room for 10 minutes with Skip Bayless, dude.
Bro. Seven calls him an alien.
Bro. He's a lizard person.
He is a lizard person, but you need to go back and look at pictures of Skip Bayless when he was in his 20s and 30s.
Great looking guy. He's dude. He's in his 70s, bro. He's a good looking dude. He's being in his 70s, dude. Good looking guy. For real. Yeah, it is. You're right. Okay,
can we talk about the greatness of what Richard Sherman did this morning on fucking
Undisputed
when he called Skip Bayless Bayless because all they were doing was talking about what ifs instead of talking about what was.
Right.
Holy shit, Richard Sherman, you are my fucking spirit animal, bro. That was great.
That's that Stanford education.
And to have Richard Sherman, and don't get me wrong, I love Shannon. I love Ocho too. I love both of them. I mean, that time
I love watching Nightcap when I can. It's a good show.
I mean, that time that Ocho tried to tackle Ray Lewis and he failed is still the funniest shit in history to me. I tried to tackle Ray. He said, I tried to tackle Ray. I failed.
I walked
give me
fucking great.
Give me 200 pounds. I don't want to tackle Ray Lewis, dude.
And Ocho back then had to be $175.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like $170, $180.
I tried to tackle Ray.
Pretty light. Yeah,
but he's great. They're great. But I'm just saying, Richard Sherman is right there, up there with them. He's up there with them.
He has really impressed me with what he's done on Undisputed. He and Keyshawn both.
I gotta say, I really like his. I like his inputs also on TFN Nightcap and the TFN broadcast. I do like what he brings to the table there too.
Yeah,
like if you could take the pre-opening analysts, so Clarissa Thompson, Anthony Whitworth, Tony Gonzalez, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Richard Sherman, and put them with NBC, I think it'd be cool. Not to say that I don't dislike Maria Taylor and her crew on NBC, but there's just something about maybe it's just a prime time anesthetics that they have.
I thought I thought Maria Taylor should have just kept doing basketball.
Agreed.
She should.
She's like out of her element when she does NFL.
I didn't mind her when watching her talk basketball, but she looks uncomfortable when she's talking.
She's missing something. I can't put my finger on what she's missing, but she's
not a baby because she just had a baby. So.
Hey, 7 foot.
Oh, it's yours, Dan? Congratulations, bro.
Hey, 7, don't forget she's black.
Okay, I'm not going to tell nobody.
Wait. Who's black?
Don't forget, Maria Taylor is black.
Maria Taylor is black.
Yeah, sure. And I know that. I searched for Maria Taylor lookalikes on Pornhub a lot.
Yeah. Maria Naylor.
Okay.
Maria Taylor.
Hey, can I real quick before we go? My favorite Richard Sherman moment is come at me with a sorry I'm treated like Crabtree. That's my favorite. When he makes he makes Erin Andrews so uncomfortable that she almost has to stop the interview because he's screaming.
Who are you talking about? Crabtree. Don't you ever come at me again.
He's like, spitting in her face, like yelling. That's my favorite Sherman moment. Just because I hate Erin Andrews. So like that's literally that's my favorite fucking like.
Well, let me ask you a question. Where would you? Let me ask you guys. Where would you rank him as a corner?
All time.
All time.
I would say top 5.
No, he's in the top. Top 25 if. Yeah,
I would say I could arguably put him in the top 20.
I can name
but he's in like 18 or 19
that played at the same time as him.
Because he wasn't the
most. Do you guys think it's just because of the teammates that played around him made him that much better? Or?
For sure, and that's perfect.
I mean, because what I would definitely say Deion Sanders is one. I would make an argument Charles Woodson. I would say Rod Woodson was the other one. And Darrelle Revis are the 4 that I would put above him.
Here's the thing.
Who am I missing?
Game knowledge.
Yeah, I got more than that. I got more than that.
Who am I missing?
Game knowledge. He knows his shit. And I will never. And his game knowledge is unparalleled.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will say that Stanford education applied to football, it's fucking unreal.
Well,
that's why he gets discarded as a player too, though. That's why he gets discarded as a player.
He started. Yeah. You guys do know he started his college career as a wide receiver, right?
Oh right. Yeah, but the thing about Sherman is the fact that he's not the most athletic in the world. No. You saw that when he was with San Francisco.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw he wasn't the most athletic corner in the world. He played off of smarts and played off of leverage. That's what he played off of.
Game knowledge and mentality were Richard Sherman's biggest tools because he has one of the greatest mentalities of anybody that you will ever see. But he has the exact correct mentality for how you need to see things when you're a fucking DB.
Yep.
Because you can't let one play go on to the next because you're gonna get cooked sometimes.
Yeah. A lot.
And he had a one-play memory when he was on the field, but he could tell you every single thing that happened in that game after, where he went wrong, where they went wrong, where the fucking fan that was scratching his balls while he was trying to make the play went wrong. He's going to give you everything. And that is that. And I respect Richard Sherman, but on the field play, he is fit in 15 to 20 at best. But 20 to 25 is more realistic.
Because I got so many people ahead of him right now.
Yeah.
How about Nnamdi Asomugha? I'll put Nnamdi Asomugha above Richard Sherman.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too.
Nnamdi Asomugha had a fucking amazing 10-year career, dude. Like he was
a little bit bigger than Sherman too.
Yep. Sherman's was like 5 years of prime, basically, and that's like if you go back and look at it, it's not that long.
Well, we know,
we all know because of the success of the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is where the allure of Richard Sherman comes from.
He wasn't even the best DB in that second.
In that class.
No, he was
Earl Thomas
on that team.
Earl Thomas was a better DB.
But wouldn't Earl Thomas be classified as a safety and not a corner?
That's why I said DB. Like
he
wasn't even the best DB on the
defensive back. Yeah.
So he can't be top 5.
We all know.
Okay, so you guys are talking when you're saying top 5s, you mean DBs, not just.
No, I'm talking corners. I'm just saying he wasn't the best DB on his own team, so being top 5 all time is going to be tough. You know what I'm saying?
Now we all know. Now we all know. We all know why he's the man.
Because
that first take interview. Skip Bayless, you are a certified cretin.
Yes.
Oh yes.
I am top 5 at what I do. I am number 1 at what I do. You're not number one in anything.
Yeah.
You are a cretin.
Yeah.
I'm like pulling my damn dictionary. What the fuck is a cretin?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
He is an educated man. He is a talented man, and I have the utmost respect for him.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I may not use as many $10 words as you, but like, yes, I've heard about
Cretin. Somebody, we got
Cretin's
3 people in the chat. Somebody looked that up and put it in the chat. Cretin. What that shit mean?
You're a bottom feeder. It means like you're a bottom feeder. Like you're like almost subhuman is what it means. It's a very intense insult is what it is. It's very intense.
Subhuman.
Pretty much. Lizard person. He was on something else.
Damn.
Yeah. Lizard people are above humans though. They're like on a whole different
He has the vocabulary of Stephen A. Smith, but the actual education to back it up.
Yep.
Or he uses the words correctly. Like you can
correctly.
read a dictionary and not know vocabulary. Let's be
that's true. That's
a lot of what.
That's true. That is
The
true.
nefariousness.
So
Nefarious.
I just Googled what the word cretin means, and literally the first it's a noun, and then there's the disclaimer that says derogatory and informal, a stupid person.
Yeah.
So the next time I get in an argument with somebody, the next time you, sir, are a cretin.
He's gonna be texting his baby mama later tonight, like,
What
listen,
that mean? What does that mean? Call me a cretin. How do you even spell it? Oh my gosh.
oh shit. That would be funny.
How do you even spell it? Oh my god.
Can't that mean you're from Crete too, though? It's Cretan.
Oh god.
That's Shin at the end.
Shin.
Oh man. All right, you guys. We're an hour in.
We are the creatures.
We are an hour in. Anybody got anything else they want to say before we sign off for the night?
We still got to talk NBA and baseball, bro. I don't know where you're trying to go.
Here's the thing that makes me disappointed in the NBA right now.
He just goes right into it.
Just
right into it. Without us. Will, you're the best host ever, dude.
Here's the thing that makes me. He reminded me. Here's the thing that makes me upset about the NBA. The Chicago Bulls won last night, but you know who's back? You know who's back?
DeMar DeRozan.
No good. Need to have his ass traded. Zach LaVine is back. He's been back for the past couple of days.
Didn't he hurt his ankle?
Now.
I thought he was out for at least a week with an ankle injury.
There's an LA trade I'll take.
That might have happened last night.
So get this: the Bulls were up
Greatest junker of all time
due to the Suns in the first quarter. They're now down 99-102 with 5 to play in the fourth. The Bulls have scored 9 points in the fourth, and they were outscored by the Suns by 20 points so far in the second half.
Man, get rid of Billy Donovan.
Y'all aren't ready to accept the fact that if the Suns figure this shit out, they are gonna fucking destroy.
Oh, absolutely.
League. They are. I love watching.
They should be a contender when you look at the fact you got 3 of the best scorers in the league.
Exactly. No, they should be. It's just they're trying to work out chemistry, and it's a transition time because they all can't get their heads out of their asses. But when they decide they want to fucking play, they play. This is Brooklyn with more fucking chemistry.
So they're going to need to make a move to somehow solidify their front line. They're big guys because, dude, right now DeAndre Ayton's absence is showing like. And you say who? Where the fuck is he at? Exactly. But he actually was a huge he was a huge minus on that team. Like he played such a huge role that nobody else plays that role now. Right, so they need to fill it.
Why don't they start both?
It was Yusef Nurkic is who they brought in, right? Wasn't it?
Yep, because they traded him to Portland for when Ayton went to Portland.
Two completely different big men.
That's and Nurkic has had some ups and downs with the Suns, but he's not a true big. And the problem that they had with DeAndre Ayton was he was a big, but he wasn't physical enough.
Why didn't
they went less physical?
And that's the thing that I don't get about grabbing Yusuf Nurkic. I understand getting rid of Ayton, but why wasn't Nurkic traded off for a more appropriate option to fill that role? It's not Nurkic's fault. I just want to be clear on here. I still respect him as a player. It's not his fault
Why don't
But
they still
the
have
Suns
Bol?
need a true big.
Bol.
Yeah, they got Bol,
Don't they have
and
still?
yeah,
Bol
they got
is
Bol
the
and
Will-
Nurkic. They're the only two designated centers on the team.
Bobo
Bobo is a
can play.
freak. Bobo is okay. So Bobo is one of the biggest freaks that's ever entered the NBA.
He's
Okay,
a freak.
Victor Wembanyama is like they're size wise, they're almost exactly the same. So
Almost
Bobo is
exactly the
big
same.
and does the
He's
same things that Victor
fucking
Wembanyama does.
long, man.
But he needs to gain about 40 pounds.
This
Okay,
is true.
and then
This is
he
true.
might be able to
He's
play
skinny.
physically in the
He's
NBA.
skinny as hell. This is true.
They
Yeah.
throw him around. He's like
no,
Gumby.
You're right.
Fucking Gumby.
Yeah,
With
and
2
that's
minutes
the
and, real
problem.
quick, guys. With 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, Bulls got a 1-point lead against Phoenix.
They
109.
finally picked it up. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's so Dan, Lakers, who do they need to pick up on their side?
Oh, they need a lot of help. They need a lot of help.
I think it's funny as hell. I think it's funny as hell.
They need
That
a lot of
both-
You
but
think they could
I
save
think it's
some money by just firing Darvin Ham and telling everybody that LeBron is a player coach and just being honest about
That's
it?
what I say.
100% would be the best move.
That's
How
what
is
I
that not
say,
the best
player
move?
coach.
Let's go straight Cincinnati Reds Pete Rose and just have him put himself in the lineup.
And you
Like-
know who is the worst people, the worst fans in the NBA are Laker fans. Because they blame everybody but LeBron. You put LeBron in that coach in that player's coach position, you ain't got nobody else to blame but
You have
LeBron.
nobody else to blame. It literally would okay, so it would cause a culture of actual what's the word, like credibility, or not like credibility, but like
Accountability.
accountability. Yes, thank you.
Mhm.
It would cause accountability culture with that whole team if you just let if you all think that LeBron has the keys already, which he kind of does, then
He
give
does.
him the fucking keys.
Absolutely.
Give him the fucking keys then and see what happens. Because at this point, it's the first time he's not the best player on his team.
Mhm.
And I will admit that. It took till he was 39 years old. From 18 to 39, he was never to 39 years old. Now he has Anthony Davis, who's probably playing as a top 3 or 4 NBA player right now.
Lights
It
out.
took until that.
Like I
And
say,
if you watch Anthony Davis
like I
play right
say,
now, he's a fucking freak, dude.
I will
like-
say this. I will say I don't like him.
Street
But
clothes.
I don't like him. I think they've been hitting shots on him when they said Bronny could play for the Lakers right now. I think that was a
Yeah, he
shot
could.
toward D'Lo. But D'Lo's been playing, man. D'Lo's been balling.
Yeah,
He's been balling.
I like D'Angelo Russell. I really
He's
do.
been
Like,
balling.
But
And I
he's,
just think it's funny that the Warriors didn't give him Wiggins. They wanted Andrew Wiggins for D'Lo. Warriors said, hell no. Then you saw
Yeah, that's
Devontae
dumb.
Murray. Then you saw Devontae Murray
no,
for D'Lo. Hawks
he's
said,
not-
hell no.
Bro, he's not. I don't think he's at either one of those players' levels. If you watch him play, he's a role player. He's a
Yep.
role player who has, for some reason, has like star back. I don't know, like reputation for some reason. Like what?
A star level role player.
Because he was flashy. He was flashy in college. He was flashy his first couple of years in the league, and then it's like, well, they can all be flashy. It's like, do they play a role well? Because like
Right.
D'Angelo
Right.
Russell doesn't play the good role. He doesn't play a good role player. He plays a good star, flashy, gets you a couple of buckets when you don't need him kind of guy. Like that's really what D'Angelo Russell is. And
Yep.
like you got for all the white guys, Austin Reeves, who at this point, because he's for all the white guys, is like getting overcredited into thinking this guy's gonna like carry this team. Austin Reeves ain't carrying nobody. Austin Reeves ain't carrying nobody.
Put
why
Austin
not?
Reeves on the Memphis Grizzlies, and that dude gets like 2 points a game.
Well, you know one reason why.
No,
I don't know.
he's
About that. No, he averages more probably.
Well, you
Yeah.
know one reason why the Lakers can't get nobody is because these other teams want Austin Rivers in trade, and the Lakers won't trade him.
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they won't trade him. They won't trade him
They
because
won't trade him.
he's so beloved by fans. Like literally, he's for all the white guys. Like I think that's Jeannie Buss holding on to Austin Reeves. Is what that is. Seriously,
Could be.
it
You're
is.
looking around. It could be.
It's her little white son who plays for the team. Like she has like for real. And like
That's my nephew, y'all.
She's
That's my
holding on.
nephew.
She's
That's my
holding
nephew,
on-
y'all.
Yeah, she's holding on to it a little bit.
But I do think that the Lakers are playing 500 or sub 500 ball. I think that stays the case because I don't think these teams are going to help them anymore. I really don't think they will.
So Tony, your question is like, what do the Lakers need? The Lakers need to they just need to go literally, they get rid of fucking Austin Reeves, Get rid of D'Angelo Russell. Get rid of anybody, and they need a third dude. Who's their third guy right now? It is Austin Reeves. It is Austin Reeves, and he needs to be a sixth guy. He needs to be a sixth man. Is what Austin Reeves needs to be. And he's your third guy. On what universe? On what planet does that work out? Because
you're 100% correct.
Because his effort on defense only goes so far. Like,
hold on. Let me back up. Let me back up. I will defend. Yeah, y'all know I hate the fucking Lakers, but I will defend on this point right here.
LeBron is different.
Half the league don't play defense. Over half the league don't play defense. So we really can't look at that as a determinant factor in anything.
Well,
don't play defense.
No,
you play great defense.
Zach LaVine's had a tremendous career, and he hasn't played a look at defense since he's got to the NBA.
Anthony Davis is the best defender in the NBA and has been for the last 3 or 4 years. When he's on the floor, Anthony Davis is the best defender in the NBA.
Yeah, I'll give you that when he's playing. Yeah,
when he's playing.
There's nobody who has the versatility defensively that Anthony Davis has, and I'm even saying Giannis Antetokounmpo doesn't have the versatility.
Giannis is right behind him, though.
He's right there, but like they're probably on the same level. But like Anthony Davis, just as far as like how he skillfully guards every position is it's unparalleled. And then obviously get you 26 and 10. There's no like he's a stud. He needs to stay on the floor. I'm just waiting for the time that he gets hit on the elbow and he can't move his arm. It's or he falls down and like his kneecap pops. His kneecap pops out of his stomach is what I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for it to like actually happen. Like something strange is going to happen. He's going to like.
That man got hurt in the.
He's going to turn into a squid.
That man got hurt in the video game. He was playing the character. He was playing his own character, and he got hurt. He didn't know what to do.
Couldn't move his arm. Couldn't move his arm.
Damn. What
just happened? What happened, Tony?
Just
stop.
Keep going. It's baseball.
Okay. Well, let's do baseball.
Let's move to baseball.
Yeah, I'm interested. Let's do baseball.
Go ahead,
Daddy LeBron to be player coach.
Go.
All right. So Bob Nightingale just tweeted that the Dodgers are adding depth to the starting rotation by signing veteran James Paxton to a 1-year contract. He'll receive a base salary of at least $11 million with incentive.
Oh, more. Off-season, 2000
fucking starting pitcher.
2024 off-season hot stove for the MLB. Dodgers sign everybody. The Dodgers signed everybody. They just got all of them.
Are we still looking at this team having a threat? I mean, because the only team I really see that can threaten them would be the Braves.
No, here's the thing. They're too loaded up. They're going to have the same problem this year that the Padres had last year. The Padres had arguably the second best roster in the league behind the Dodgers going into the season. The Padres did not make the playoffs. The Dodgers flamed out in the first round.
True.
The Dodgers got swept by the Diamondbacks in the first round.
The beautiful part about it, dude, it becomes about cohesiveness. Like in a sport that is so not team oriented. It's like the weirdest non-team oriented sport ever, right? It is a team sport.
Very true.
But it's like it's not. It's like because the at-bats are individual and because there's so much fucking stock put into offense and at-bats and homers and the chicks dig the long ball and all that shit, right? Like,
right.
It's almost like they've individualized it. But in the playoffs, the Diamondbacks last year made the goddamn fucking World Series. And they were
2014 Royals.
On paper, kind of fucking garbage. For real. Corbin Carroll's
2014 Royals.
Yeah, white trash ninja. Corbin Carroll's like their best player. Like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's out there doing Ichiro kicks and shit.
Corbin Carroll.
Don't do Ichiro like that, man. Come on.
I fucking love Ichiro.
I love Ichiro too, man.
Possibly the greatest.
Here's my frustration. And I haven't really I've tried to be objective. I've tried to be patient. We are less than 30 days from pitchers and catchers reporting.
Damn, that soon?
Yes, it's very soon. March. Let's see, today's what, the 22nd?
22nd. Mm-hmm.
We are just over 30 days from our first spring training games, which start on February 23rd and February 24th. We are that close to baseball season. The Boston Red Sox, one of the top 5 valued baseball teams in Major League Baseball, still does not have an ace, still does not have the infield boosts that they need, and still does not have the bullpen pieces that they need.
Is Garrett Whitlock ready to be an ace? This is all kind of off subject.
No, Garrett Whitlock is going to be in the bullpen.
Really?
You don't want, you want Garrett Whitlock as the eventual closer. Garrett Whitlock in the next 3 years will be your Mariano Rivera.
That's not terrible then. Don't compare him to me. Don't do that.
It's it's Boston needs a lot. And when Craig Breslow came out and was introduced by somebody not named John Henry, because John Henry's a fucking pussy, Craig Breslow said that there were no barriers in them finding the right talent. Do you mean to tell me, with a pool of so many fucking baseball players in this world, that we can't find the 5 fucking players that we need in a large market team that should not have a problem getting at least to the salary cap and probably pushing over it by about $20 to $30 million? It shouldn't be a fucking problem. The tax on that would only be an extra $1 million. That's fucking chump change for the club.
Facts.
What is the deal? Like, what are the?
And this is what I don't fucking understand. Is John Henry trying to taint the club to sell it?
Something's rubbing guys the wrong way about Boston. You know, like something is. Whatever.
Is Alex Cora? Is Alex Cora what's the fucking problem? Is it Cora?
I can't see it being Alex Cora either.
I can't see it because he's a player's coach, but
he seems like he's a cool guy for real.
Exactly,
he's cool.
So it leads me to believe that there is an issue with the organization at the top level that is detracting players from coming to Boston. And I don't. And here's the thing, I don't think it's Craig Breslow's fault. I think it is a culture that John Henry has allowed to build, because I think that this problem has existed for a while.
That's a good point.
But
I think that, I think that,
point. Is it though?
And I don't know, but I think that John Henry did Chaim Bloom a favor by firing him, because I think that it was only going to get worse. Because here's the truth. There are decent pieces on that roster, and while Chaim Bloom had a job to do, which was to dump a bunch of payroll, he built our farm system up pretty well. That we have some great talent in the pipe that's going to be ready in the next couple of years. But if we're going to be in the toughest division in the history of professional sports,
I was going to say,
in the history, I'm going to say that again because there's people that think I'm nuts, but it's fucking right. Yeah. The American League East is the toughest division in professional sports across every sport. The toughest division. And you are going to be content with sub 500 baseball and a roster that's not even good enough to win a AAA title.
I got so much fucking shit last year about the Yankees the Yankees finished fucking 4th. Motherfuckers, they would have won every division in baseball besides the one they're in last year. They would have won every single one outside of, maybe one or two other ones.
Would have won the Central.
Would have won the Central?
Fuck yeah. They would have fucking rolled through every other, like literally, like, they'd have won 9, it would have been different. They play everybody now, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. It's bad. It's ridiculous. And now you got everybody putting up more too.
How are you supposed to, when you're a fan of an organization, and I understand that there are some fans that are just like, oh, it's the Sox. I know what the stereotype of Boston fans are, and I know it exists for a reason. But when you're a fan that actually enjoys baseball, you're a fan that actually watches the fucking game, pays attention to what's going on, has an understanding of the roster. And this is for any fan base. So for all of you fan bases that have been dealing with your team putting out subpar bullshit, this is for you too. How are you as a fan that enjoys this game supposed to sit there and accept when your team continually fails to produce a competitive product?
Yep.
This is why, and here's the thing. You don't see this complete lack of action in any other sport. Because if there is a complete lack of action for too long, the entire house gets cleaned.
Facts.
That quick.
Facts.
In any other sport.
Might happen in Detroit real soon.
Hockey, you're not getting away with that shit for very long.
Nope.
The NFL definitely.
In hockey, they will fire a motherfucker mid-game.
NBA is getting that way. Could watch everybody in Detroit get cleaned out with the Pistons. Just get cleaned out.
The NFL, they won't even give you a shot. They won't even give you like a shot to be good first. They'll just fire you.
Exactly.
After 11
you had
games.
your 6 games to turn it around.
And then they wonder why there are so many fans that are flocking from baseball. And this is the part that bothers me. Because baseball is no longer America's pastime. Baseball hasn't been America's pastime for over 20 years. I think since the strike in 95, baseball has not been America's pastime. That's when it happened. It came back. They baseball worked themselves back into second during the steroid era because
they juiced themselves back in a second. Yeah,
they juiced themselves back into second because the steroid era saved baseball.
But it's reality now that the NFL is king.
100%.
The NFL is king. The NBA is clearly in second.
Yep.
And is not going anywhere anytime soon. The NBA will overtake the NFL at some point if Adam Silver has his way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he will. I legitimately think he will. Because I think that Adam Silver is better at building the marketing on a global stage than Roger Goodell is.
Seven, I got a question to ask you. So, being a Mariners fan, I heard their president of baseball operations, Jerry DePito, say that our goal for the next 10 years is to win 55% of our games. If we win 55% of our games, we will win a World Series.
No, you won't.
As a fan of baseball, would that piss you off if your team said that?
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, he's just looking at analytics. That's a very analytical answer.
Right. But here's the thing.
It's the epitome of analytics.
To me, it depends upon the organization. Because if you're somebody who hasn't really won a lot, I get you. But if you're coming into a situation with a championship organization, and that's your goal.
Yeah. So the way that they broke it down is 55% of the games is an 88 win. It's 88 wins.
Yeah.
88 wins would not get you into the playoffs in the NL.
Yes, it would.
How can you?
In the LL it would.
It does. It does. 88
wins. The NL it would. The NL.
Yeah. And actually, no, they're right. In your division, if you are averaging 88 wins a season, most of the time you're winning your division. And the year that you don't win your division, you're probably the bottom wild card.
That's what I'm saying. So, like in some of those years,
the National League, you go into the playoffs in the NL.
In the National League, yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm responding like a Red Sox fan. Where right now I want to post out of a fleet of buses.
Yeah.
What I'm talking, but no, in the National League, absolutely. And as long as you're not in the NL West,
you good.
And do I also get your question? I get why you would ask if that's not okay, because 55% doesn't seem like a lot, okay?
Yeah.
But in baseball, if you win 5.5 out of 10 games, if you just watch like a 10-game span of your team and you win 6 of those games, that's fucking really good. Like it is.
Yeah,
it's so random.
I don't really follow baseball a whole lot. Like I know 55% of your games in basketball is like 50, like maybe 49, 50 games, and that'll get you. I mean, that'll get you like a 7th or an 8th seed nowadays.
You can probably get to the play-in tournament with that.
Yeah, that's not good though.
I mean, as a Mariners fan, you can't sit there and be like, "Oh, our team, we haven't really played well, but if we win 55% of our games, we'll give you a shot." No, dude, you should. And maybe this is kind of, again, I'm not a big fan of baseball. But you need to focus on it year by year, because you can't say we're going to win 55% of our games if in the long-term stretch.
But
that's
that
fine.
thought process right there is what's killing the Pittsburgh Steelers, because you're giving him a pass up until something. It's just enough to have winning seasons. You
can't guarantee that 55% of your games is going to get you into. Your goal is to get to the dance, and if you can get into the playoffs, that's great. But the Mariners. I don't see the Mariners having a roster that wins 55% of their games with the like of the Rays, with the likes of the Astros, with the likes of, we'll even say Minnesota, because they were up and coming this year.
Of their games.
You just, I mean, it's 55%. That's great. You might get into the playoffs. But if you're in a situation where all 5 teams in the AL East win 50% of their games, you're now... you're not even guaranteed a spot to the show.
Your goal is to win a championship.
Exactly.
Not to make the playoffs.
But and here's my I get why they're saying, because in that division, in that league, 88 wins is good enough. It legitimately is. But here's the thing. This is a $1 billion organization that is essentially going to be able to print you as the ownership money.
Mm-hmm.
When you have consistent World Series performances, whether you win or not, if you're just consistently making the World Series, your organization gets to print even more money. Just ask the fucking Yankees.
Yeah.
Just ask them. Hey Dan, Yankees got a lot of fucking money.
Fucking really nice.
A lot of fucking money.
Really
Okay.
fucking nice.
So and
like as much as we fucking want ever.
I think and now yes, the Yankees are not the the Yankees are not necessarily known for having the most wins in a season.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have 27 World Series championships.
They've won about 62% of their games for the last 115 years. If you can catch my fucking drift.
And that's where I was getting. As a baseball team, your goal should be 60% or more. 55 will get you to the wild card, and you get to at least host an extra game in the postseason, which can have an economic impact in your city of about $50 million.
Okay, and you need that in Seattle.
And Seattle can do all of that they can, but because of who you have behind the Mariners organization, i.e., the multi-billion-dollar telecom giant that is T-fucking-Mobile, you have the money.
Isn't Nintendo still a part of? Isn't the corporation in Nintendo still a part of Seattle too at this point?
Probably.
Nike. No.
And but with all of the money that's sitting on the table for Seattle and the economic impact that it would have, the benefit that it would have, the help to Major League Baseball for getting on the world stage, because you get a huge increase in following in Asian markets when the Seattle Mariners are doing well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Asian market, baby.
This is a
Will likes it.
Will gets excited. This is an effect of Ichiro's, or it was Ichiro's time in Seattle, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ichiro. Yeah, huge.
And that it's still that effect of the Japanese, the people of Japan being just collectively Mariners fans hasn't gone anywhere.
No.
Now you're going to see some shift towards the Dodgers because of Shohei Ohtani and
that other pitcher that got signed.
That other dick
Yamamoto.
There you go.
Yamamama's nuts. I don't know.
What?
Fuck him. That's what
Dodgers sign everyone.
Except for me, I'm not good enough.
The Dodgers are going to see some attention, but if you're Major League Baseball, you should be absolutely leaning on the Mariners to be investing more in their product, and they should be shooting for 60 to 65%. Now, I did want to say something on something that you said about you shouldn't be looking on a 10-year plan. You should be looking year to year. Yeah. Baseball is a revolving 10-year plan.
Okay.
Anytime a GM gets interviewed for a baseball team, they're talking about their 10-year plan.
Okay.
Because, and this is one of the reasons why, despite picks being very risky and speculative in Major League Baseball when it relates to the draft, this is why the early picks in the MLB draft still hold value, because if you can get that one guy that's actually going to measure up to his pick, and you can get him going and get him ready, you can be like the Diamondbacks, who drafted Jordan Lawler less than 2 years ago, and he's already in the majors.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't always happen.
Oh God, no.
But if you, but it's possible. It does happen sometimes. But it's about the teams. But it's about that 10-year plan. So in baseball, yes, it's a 10-year plan. But the problem with what they were saying is that you need to be shooting for 60 to 65%.
I would say nothing less than 60, because you can't guarantee that 55 is going to get you in the dance. If 55 equals 88 wins, you can't guarantee that 88 wins is going to get you in every year. Especially now that they're expanding baseball.
60% virtually guarantees at least one World Series.
Real quick, did somebody say Asian women?
Yes.
Yes, that was in there somewhere. That wasn't there
somewhere.
Where
they at, Will? Where they at?
Will just likes it because they're already sleeping, so he doesn't have to feel uncomfortable about it.
Oh, real. How are you?
Well, how are you? But anyhow,
but no, it really frustrates me because you have like the A's that aren't going to do shit until after they're moved, and
where they
probably,
going?
probably not even then.
They're still
LA,
trying to
they're
figure
going to
out
Las
funding
Vegas.
for.
Okay.
Vegas, right?
They're still trying to figure out funding for this fucking stadium on that too, because there's going to be a lot of fights on it, and there's a lot of resistance in the city of Las Vegas to another fucking stadium after just building this one.
I'm gonna tell this to Andrew.
They're tossing around the name the Las Vegas Degenerates. What do you think?
Damn.
I like it. What's up, Will?
I'm gonna say this to Ando. Ando, Seattle should have never lost to Sonics.
Agreed. Nope. Oh, absolutely, man.
They should have never lost to Sonics.
I will say this. I think everybody in Seattle can agree when I say fuck Clay Bennett. I hope you die a nasty death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope you get gonorrhea of the dick and asshole, and I hope you
dick and asshole.
Yeah, and asshole. Not just the dick. I hope you get gonorrhea in your dick and your asshole.
I hope he gets the kind of like curse away his fingers.
That's my second home. My dad still lives up there. So come on, let's go.
I got family in Central Washington, man. So
my dad lives in Burien.
Yeah, I used to be stationed up in Everett, so
that's
45 minutes north.
I had something in closing if you guys are.
Yeah, I want to. Okay, I want to say. Let me close that baseball with one thing real quick.
Oh, real quick.
Oh wait,
before you say that, you got to say one thing. You got to say one thing.
Fuck you, Rob Manfred.
Yes.
Fuck Rob Manfred
again. Duh.
Fuck Rob Manfred.
We should already put that down. Oh, my final thought.
Yes.
Oh, I had two things. I just had a crazy stat about LeBron real quick. LeBron James has played against 35% of every player that has ever played in the NBA. I'm going to say that again. LeBron James has played against 35% of every NBA player ever has played against him. That's a fucking crazy stat, right?
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it?
That's crazy.
Right? I mean, 35% of players
he's played against some current players' dad.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. And then Joel Embiid had 71, 18, and 7 tonight. Becomes the second player all time to have 65, 15, and 5 with Michael Jordan. So I'll actually give Michael Jordan a little bit of fucking love on the end of that with the LeBron thing. Also, I just had a John Daly quote. So this is a good one. He was being asked about. So there's a Haley Davidson is a trans female player who just won 2 like back-to-back LPGA tournaments. It's kind of like kind of a thing. When John Daly was asked about this, here we go.
Oh God.
He said, quote, I would have won 100 tournaments if I threw on a skirt and called myself a tranny. That dude is as feminine as a Ford F-150. Unquote.
Fucking John Daly. Oh my God. Fucking John Daly, everybody, with the amazing
he's right.
W.
He's right. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's my last thought. I'm gonna call out, like, you can't do that. You can't.
I ain't following that one.
You can't do that. Now, like, you cannot do that backwards.
No.
Like, you can't go from. You can't do it. It's like, seriously. Because what if Tiger just breaks in his prime and he's like, I'm a woman now? What the fuck? There's not gonna be. He could bring down the sport of women's golf.
Yeah, he'd be the only one playing because nobody would be able to beat him.
He could bring it down. Like that, he could literally destroy it from the inside. Like that would be
get some help.
Get some help. Yeah, for real.
Thank you, Mike.
What if Jordan would have went to the WNBA in '94?
He dropped 85
I'm Michaela Jordan now. I'm Michaela Jordan now, and I'm gonna go score 118 points a game, and we're gonna be so fucking good that it's not gonna be a watchable sport. I'm gonna bring the sport to its knees down. I'm gonna bring it down. Like that is what we're talking about here. That is how big of an impact this can have. Like it's not cool. Basically,
yeah, they got
there needs there needs more regulations on it, and it's not to disrespect. It's not to disrespect trans athletes. It's to make sure that everything stays fair for the rest of us that are not.
Agreed.
Exactly.
It's not disrespecting women athletes. It's just fucking looking at what your eyes tell you about the sport. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a clear fucking difference. There's a clear difference. That's it.
It's bad for women's sports because it completely disrespects the work that they're doing to improve the sport legitimately. Yeah. And they deserve the ability to do that without these fucking distractions.
I agree.
I'm in 100% agreement.
People are just a big problem if they're saying that like it's okay, that like this is okay because I'm being liberal about it. That's just a big of a problem because you're not being liberal about anything. You're not being liberal about. You're just
You're turning a blind eye. Especially if it's like, the more physical the sport, you got no.
Nothing about me being against transgender people. It's just like it's clearly.
I mean, it's one thing. I mean, it's one thing if it's like Nia Jax going up against like James Ellsworth. That's one thing. But no, you can't have Nia Jax as a dude.
Transgender athletes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was.
Yeah, Nia Jax.
She is trans, right?
He had to bring up Nia Jax. Damn.
Yeah. I'm kidding. It was a joke. I know that she's.
Oh, okay. All right.
She looks like.
Sorry, I'm tired, man. It was a long day today.
No. It was a bad joke. She does look like a man.
Yeah,
but that's a man, baby.
Yeah. So I mean, it's dude. Just like that. The thought of it. I mean, just the thought of it. It's just. I get it. You're not good enough at your sport to even make the top 1,000. So, no, I'm a girl, so now I can be the.
Says a lot about.
Dude,
says a lot about
pussy,
the person.
Dude. It
says a lot about the person.
It does. It does.
Yep. It does.
About as masculine as about as feminine.
It'd be like Patrick Mahomes going to the WFL and being like, "Oh, I'm Patricia Mahomes."
Oh shit, Patricia. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, then Patricia wouldn't have anybody to throw the ball to, unless Cherie Rice or whatever that Olympian name played football. Because she's the fastest woman alive.
All right.
What's the Law and Order thing?
I just felt like playing it.
Dun, dun. Christopher Maloney.
This is a sexual crime.
Yes.
Mariska Hargitay.
John Haley just completely destroyed that trans person on us. Law and Order.
All right. Let's go ahead and go around the room real quick. Everybody got it. Everything got. What is everybody doing? I'll start with you, Ando.
Working, playing Pokemon. I got the DLC now for Scarlet. Working on catching some Pokemon, covering football stuff. I like the Chiefs and the Lions again in the Super Bowl, but that's really about it, man. Between work and this.
Dan, what you got coming up this week?
I've been farming, man. I've been doing some farming.
Show us that muscle tan. Muscle tan.
It's winter. He's not gonna have a fucking farmer's tan.
Bro, I wear short sleeves still. It's 10 degrees out there. I wear short sleeves. Right?
That means this will be pale white, and this will be like white.
It's up here.
See?
Yeah.
See?
No, but
perfect.
I've been farming, and also I'm on my way to becoming a professional darts player. I'll be on the PDC here within the next.
Just be on the male side, Dan. Don't be on the female side.
No, I'm obviously going to be Danielle Werner, and it's going to take over. I'm going to take over that whole. Actually, hey, there's a fun fact for you. Darts is actually the only sport, like basically in the world, where women do play on the world level and compete on the world level with men all the time.
Men.
So
not all the time. There's not a whole ton of them, but
there is like
Danielle.
You're going to be Danielle Big Dick.
It wouldn't matter because I still got to play against the dudes. I might as well say dude.
You don't got to tuck it in, bro.
I'm not cutting my dick off to win at darts.
I mean, if there was a women's league, I would definitely do that because I'm not below that. I'm not below it, to be honest. But like,
he's gonna tap one of the girls and be like, "Haha, bullseye."
Yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And Will would be watching, hoping the Asians would compete.
Here we go. There they go.
Yep.
I'm trying to get on Asian Airlines. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fly away with them. Get lost.
Don't do that. Erica will get mad at you, bro.
Hey.
She's never here anyway, so it doesn't matter.
She's in a different zip code. It doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Is that how that works? All right.
Yeah, you need to go back and watch Road Trip again.
Got it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Because that movie really tells you some moral boundaries that you should
she's in Oklahoma.
Uphold.
She's in Oklahoma. I'm in Georgia.
You learn a lot of life lessons on Road Trip and Euro Trip. Euro Trip.
I love Euro Trip.
Scotty doesn't know.
Yeah. Who in the world is this?
Bonjour.
That's my girlfriend.
Oh, I'm about to say.
She said she hit all the targets before me. So she hit the cricket. You got to go.
You got to hit
darts. You got to go 20 to 15 in bullseye. She closed those out. I just had like 220 points, which is like a lot.
I got you.
And like it's actually a thing. You can't win without having the points lead. I'm pretty sure
all
it's like 220 to 0.
Wait, what's Seven got going on?
Let me run to 7 real quick. 7, what you doing this week, my friend?
Probably not going to be a first generation dad episode this week. I'm trying to get some stuff in line. My work schedule is changing for work so that it will be putting us one step closer to live first generation dad episode sometime.
There you go.
Probably if I can get Dan to stop farming long enough, we may even bring back After Dark in the spring.
I'll do it from the farm.
I bet you would. I know you would.
I'm gonna do it from the farm now.
But yeah, I'd probably
the
not
corner,
do
baby.
for First Generation Dad this week because I am trying to get some shit organized. But like I said, new live episodes are coming. You can check out First Generation Dad on all podcast platforms. I get a lot of traffic on Spotify and Apple Music, so those seem to be the most popular choices. If you need a link, hit me up. Hit us up on the Sports Report page. I will send it to you myself, and I'll kick it back over to you, Will. Big Sexual Chocolate. What do you got going on this week?
And don't forget, I got several things going on this week. Tomorrow, I will be right here on Fight Night with Josie and Stacks tomorrow, talking about professional wrestling. Then on Thursday nights, I will be over with From the Sidelines crew, being on with player versus team. My co-host over there. We're gonna be talking about some basketball and some other things. Then on Saturday night, it's my main show, the Geek Gala podcast, and Anna knows all about it. We're gonna talk bringing the best in comic book news, anime, gaming, you name it. We cover it. Saturday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Will, I wish Tony wouldn't have got Tony C kicked off the show because he's racist. We would have had like a whole different dynamic going, you know, like because Tony's racist, we got to not have Tony C anymore. So I like Tony C. I don't get what Tony's problem against black guys is, but that's just me. I mean,
but how can you say he's racist? He knew Tony C was black.
Right. Yes, you can see him
because he never had a light on behind him, so I couldn't tell shit. I could never see his face.
Hold on.
Yeah, so this is light blaring back into the camera. That's some old school shit, dude. That's old school.
Is this why Steven thinks that Jordan Love is white and Arthur Smith is black? Is this where it all
Jordan
stems
Love
from?
was a successful quarterback. Of course, I thought he was white.
The best part
Damn.
is count it.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get canceled.
Oh man, they're coming for you. You can't go to Green Bay, Wisconsin right now.
Man, I better chill or I'm not gonna get invited to the cookouts anymore.
Exactly.
Wait, there are cookouts and I've never been invited to some shit.
Y'all ass gonna get blackballed.
It was like my first podcast, and I just thought everybody went like this.
Ah!
I just thought this is what we did. I don't have a light facing back to the camera. But I have a light.
I just have my standard light up on the ceiling. That's what I got. So.
There you go. Yeah, you just point it right at a light.
Okay, well, get us out of here before we say some dumb shit.
Hold on. I thought this is how you did the camera, guys.
Damn.
You all see me?
Lando, can I just say that your brother is way better at this than you are?
You know what? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I knew that was coming.
I literally thought that you had reformed somehow and become a better podcaster. I was like, look at Ando's learning stuff. Ando's learning stuff. I was like, wait a second, that's not Ando.
No, that was my twin brother, man.
I know. Is there a way we can get him back, or is that like a? Never mind. We'll talk to him privately. We'll talk to him privately because we don't want to do that here. That's awkward, right?
No, please, just embarrass me some more. Why don't you?
He's like,
We're gonna get on out of here. We're gonna get on out of here.
I showed my ass on film last week. I'll do it again.
Well, once again, never doesn't end it. You can just at any time feel free to just end the show because like
okay.
So he's gonna end this mid-soprano when somebody's mid-sentence.
Thank you for everybody coming to the Sports Report. I do appreciate you. We'll see you again next week, same time, same channel. I'll let you later. Peace.